Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Planet Crafter. I love this game and we have a new DLC coming out. It's called Toxicity and it will be launching on the 17th of November, but we do have a very early experimental branch look at it. So we'll take a look, we'll jump into a normal game, standard game mode, and we'll be able to start on Toxicity. So there's stuff to do, let's get stuck in. Right, and we have our normal intro. I hope they change this and make it look more green. And here we are. It's very green. So it's the same things that we need to do. We need to create the backpacks, we need to do the oxygen tanks, the construction microchip. Oh, and by the way, you can come to this planet via an extraction rocket. So basically the major change here is that on the toxic planets, energy generation is correlated to the purification of the planet. So you need to increase the global purification to use your energy. There are also toxic areas where you will take damage. There will be a new gauge that will show up on your screen, and once that gauge is at 0, you'll get health damage. That's about all we know. There are obviously new things to build, but we're going to need to get there first. So let us have a look around. First of all, yep, we've got our normal slots. Everything's good. We need to go and get some resources, and those resources will be iron, a couple of them. And this looks like, oh, there's a toxic zone, so we want to get out of there. Oh, hello. Why is it not stopping? Wow. So we need a couple of silicon. We need magnesium. What have we got? We need one more magnesium and one more silicon. But it never hurts to collect a little extra iron. We don't want to do that too much at this stage because we have limited carry capacity. But wow, look at this. It'll be interesting to hear the story about what happened here. Anyway, let's try not to perish. And we'll go into our crafting station, backpack done, and construction microchip done. Oh, the oxygen tank. We need magnesium and a couple of cobalts. But first, equip and equip. So, magnesium, cobalt. I need another cobalt. I might as well collect iron and titanium as well, since we are going to be building. There's some titanium, a little more iron, and I think that should probably do us. Let's head back quickly. So we've spawned up on a high spot, which is pretty nice. I have no idea where the water is going to be in this, but there's a bridge over there, so I'm assuming that there'll be water in this valley once we've cleared it up, and maybe this lot will disappear. Anyway, oxygen tank and equip it. And I needed another titanium if we're going to build a living compartment, and I'm just going to stick close to the capsule because I don't know what else is here. I see a chest over there. Right, so I have what I need. This is going to be a little hilltop base. Let's start with the first compartment right there at a high point. And slap a door onto it. Super. Then the next thing we need to do is build a wind turbine. And for that, we only need iron. How much do we have? We've got iron. Okay, so let's do that. We'll put them back here for now. We have power. Then we're going to need a silicon as well if we're going to do the crafting station. And I'm going to just collect a couple of other bits because there is some of the new equipment. We have a G1 goo cleaning. So, crafting station in. Oh, wait, hang on. That's a crafting station refinement. It's a new thing. Where's that? Right here. Oh, we need toxic spores. So, there's a new item. And atmospheric purifier. There's some purification capsules that I assume are made in the crafting refinement. So we need a silicon and a toxic spore. Now I'm going to say that that looks like where we get toxic spores from. And it's not in the toxic zone. So let's grab that. And while we're here... Oh, wait, that's not it. What do we got in the box? Leave that for now. Anything really important? I could use the silicon. Oh heck, I'll take the basic stuff out. Let's go and see if we can find these toxic spores. Oh, toxic zone. Unless there's something else that I needed to have to be able to get these. Alright, let me head back before I run out of oxygen. Oh, never mind, I think I found one. Pristine mushroom. Oh, okay, well, that's not what I expected, but good. We'll grab magnesium, some silicon, and get some of our tools built. So, the deconstruction chip. I think that's about all we can fit in right now. We can get an exoskeleton. So we'll put the exo in, and then we can put the chip in. And for now, I'm going to just put down a little storage chest. We'll put it on this side, right in there. And I don't know what the pristine mushrooms do, so I'm not going to bother with those. Unless, hang on. Yes, they are used. Toxicity screen, T1 detoxification machine. We need one for there. I've just got to track down the toxic spores. And there's the atmospheric purifier that needs plastic polymer. And I think that's probably made in the crafting station refinement. Okay, let's take a walk. Take a walk a little further out and see if we can spot them. Oh, there's scraps that we can deconstruct. Oh, must be careful with storage. That's nifty. Pick up some new materials for free. Right, well, I'm getting thirsty and I never actually checked what was in the box. Oh, wait a minute. Purification capsules. We have purification capsules. And we have pristine mushrooms. All right, well, that's a good start. We'll grab something to drink. Oxygen, we're okay. We've got purified water. Can be safely drunk. Okay. Doesn't tell you how much it quenches. All right, let's see what we can make with that. We need another purification capsule to be able to make that. Toxic spores. Yep, that's going to be interesting. So let me offload a bit. I'm not going to be using those immediately. So we have plastic polymer. We have microplastics. Yep, just need to get those spores. And I'm hoping that maybe we can squeeze into this toxic area, and it's one of these things over here. There they are. Okay, so we will die eventually. We'll start taking damage, but at least we have a little bit of time to run around in a toxic area and grab goods. Right, I am full, I think. Okay, good. I think I have what I need, and I'm not taking any damage. So I picked up a few of them. Let's start with the crafting station. And if I can... No, I can't. I'll put it in over there. And then let's go and see what we can make here. So, microchip T1 goo cleaning. Microchip toxic areas HUD display. And then we can make that with the chlorine that... Okay, wow. There's a lot of new stuff here. So I need some magnesium. I'll run out and grab a bit. And there's another wreck over there that we can go and get. Actually, this actually does look very cool. And we'll find out how big the map is eventually. All right, let's hop in here and go and make that T1 goo cleaning thing. And then hop into here and equip it. Perfect. Now, let's go and see where that is. I mean, it's a microchip. Allows you to remove toxic goo from what exactly? No, it doesn't really matter. We need to do the T1 detoxification machine. So that is that one. And that we need toxins. Yeah, we can't pin it, but we need 2 polymer plastics first. So let's do that. And that we need microplastics and toxins, neither of which I have. Is that not the same as toxic spores? It is not. So that goes back. Let's go see if we can find some microplastics and maybe clean some spores and see what happens with those. It's not an option. Toxic goo. Oh, there we go. Toxic goo. I'm cleaning toxic goo. Now, what has that given me? That's given me toxic goo. Right. And can I do anything with those? No. Yeah, no plastic there. No plastic there either. Okay, I need to get out of this zone. There was nothing weird in here, right? No. Crazy thing is, I already need to put another box in. Put it there. It's going to be a pain because I plan on building up. Let's see if we can actually build another compartment. Yeah, we can. So I'll shift this box over to there. And this is where I'll just keep all the regular stuff. I need to go out and find microplastics. Actually, no, I don't. The detoxification machine will sort that out, and I have everything that I need for it. Just about. Yeah, I just need iron and titanium, and then I can build that. Right? Right, let's see where we build this job. It is... Is it an outside? It can be built outside. Not sure if that's a good thing. But we need space inside, so I think I'm going to do that. And that's going to need more power. So, wind turbine, and it's back up. It doesn't use a lot of power. But, oh, I see. So you can get microplastics from the goo, and dirty water gives you clean water, and you get... Well, okay, let's go and see what we get. So we'll grab the goo and some of that, and we'll drop the toxic stuff in, and then hopefully it will come out on this side. Yep, there it is. Chlorine and toxins. Excellent, we got toxins. And then we need 2 microplastics. Are we getting them? Yep, it's still working. And it takes 45 seconds. And it looks like it does 2 at a time. And there we have our first microplastics and some more toxins. Oh, got lots of new stuff. In the meantime, it looks like we need some food and water. So we'll grab one of those and a bottle of water. Let's see, how are we doing? Nothing yet. Now, what did we need for that HUD? We needed 1 more microplastic. Oh, we're not getting the microplastics. There's still a goo to go. So let's see what we can make with the toxins. So with the toxins and the chloride, with a purified water, we can make a purification capsule. Toxins and microplastics make the polymer, and then we need polymer and the purification capsules to make a T1 toxin filter. Awesome. So I need to go and collect more goo and more spores. Actually, before I do that, let's do the HUD. Okay, we got the microplastics. Perfect. So we can come in here, we can do this, and then equip it. Then I'm just going to offload all the toxic stuff into this container and the regular stuff in there. Now, the next thing they want is a toxic water collector. So build menu, there it is, 2 microplastics and a pristine mushroom. So for the microplastics, we need the goo. Let's go and fetch goo. And it looks like toxic elements cleaned 2 out of 11. And that's 3 out of 11. Okay, so it tells us how many there are in an area to clean out. Let's go quickly do a recovery outside of the toxic area. And I'll queue those up for processing. There you go. So we'll get some microplastics out of the, actually, you know what? Yeah, no, I'll just put those in for now. So there's some more over here. That obviously all needs to be cleaned. So we'll run through super quick and grab as much as possible. That's another. Oh my gosh, I forgot about oxygen. And I am going to die. I don't want to, but I'm going to. Well, that's a good start. Well, that's it. Dead. And I think maybe what I'll do now is I'll just take an oxygen capsule with me and go and pick up my stuff. And then off we go. Try that again without the dying part. Cleaning up the goo. Okay, so that makes it 7 out of 11. Okay, pick up a couple of those. Ooh, got to watch that storage space. And that is 9. And there's a chest over here. Nothing major. I need to... I do have capacity. It seems I am lasting a little longer here. And this will be the last of the goo. Right. This area is no longer toxic. Excellent. Cleaned up nicely. And I'm going to use that capsule because I took too long. And then I can hop in here. Let's unload. We'll get rid of all the goo. And we can stick some spores in here as well. Actually, you know what? We don't need this stuff for anything else, do we? I might as well. I'll keep a couple spare just in case. But we need to craft that water collector. The water collector needs the microplastics and one of these pristine mushrooms. And we have the microplastics. Let's head down and go and clean the pond. So, toxic water collector, and we'll need more power. So let me grab a piece of iron if I can find one close by. Yep, there we go. Throw down a wind turbine. And everything's back up again. There's more toxic spores that I can collect. Let's see if this does anything for us. This actually just collects the toxic water. Oh, so we get an early water supply? Alright, while I'm not watching my oxygen, I should just pop back. The next thing we need to do is craft T1 toxin filter and then equip it. And there it is. So I need 2 of those, which means I need microplastics and these spores. And then in here, I need to make 2 of these. Okay, those are made. And then I need 3 of the purification capsules. So I need some purified water. Now we have a purified water that we were supplied. So let's grab that. I think that's why we were supplied that. I was wondering. And we need 3 purification capsules. I have 2, plus I have the chlorine and the toxins to make another one. Perfect. Now I can go in and... silicon. Do I have any silicon? I do. So now we can go in here and make the filter. Perfect. And equip. So now I can go into toxic zones and take less damage, I assume. Good. Next thing to do, craft the T1 atmospheric purifier. I need more plastic polymer. I need more purification capsules. Okay, so now I have to make something that'll make the purification capsules. What is that then? Oh, I think I need to go and collect the toxic... Yes, I need to collect the toxic water. So we'll run down to the little toxic lake, hop in here, and we've got one. I'm going to need more than that. It takes 100 seconds per, so we shouldn't be too far off. And then I can chuck the toxic water in there. I don't see any other use for toxic spores directly, so I'm going to throw them in there, and hopefully I don't need them for anything else. I'm going to do the same with the goo because I need the microplastics. And let's see what we've got. We've got a few bits and bobs. Nice. So I can make the polymer plastic. I need water again. Yeah, water has been consumed. So I need 3 purified water to be able to get the purification capsule. But I can make the plastics, the polymer. I need a pristine mushroom, so I'll take that out in the meantime. And now I just need the 3 purified water and maybe some chlorine. What do we have? Yep, that'll do. Come on, queue up the purified water, please. All right, I'm going to have to wait for that. All right, so it's a brand new starting mechanic. The way we start is completely different to what we used to. So I'm not getting to blue sky in this episode. While I'm waiting for everything, I need to just rush down over here and pick up some more purified water. I need another 2 of them. reducing very slowly. Ah, well, there's 2. Good. And my food is shouting at me. So we will have to do some exploring very early on to go and find more food and water. So top up a little bit on food, hop in here, throw the toxic water in. There's a purified water, so I can at least make 1 of these, of the 3 that I need. And I might as well go and find some more iron, because I think we're probably going to need more power. And then I'll just put down a couple more of the wind turbines. So just like that. Okay, so we are sorted with power. Let's go and see what else is in the box. I don't need any more chlorine, and I don't need any more toxins. Put this iron away. I think I'm going to take these things out so that the water can get done first. Then I'll shove them back in once the water's done. That's what we need most. And while that's all happening, I'll just do a little more exploring, go and break some more of these little wrecks down. We've got cobalt, silicon. Yep, we're getting all the resources, but now I'm full. So I could just get a heater going right now. Jump the gun a little bit. Let's toss that out, put that in, and we'll kickstart the terraformation with a drill. I don't have what I need to make a heater yet because I haven't found iridium, but at least that started. I haven't seen ice either. Ooh, that'll be interesting. Is there a cold area that's obviously cold? Or maybe the ice only forms once the toxicity is down. That's maybe a thing. Okay, toxicity screen. I have everything, but then I won't be able to do what I want. So let's first grab our water. Super, and then we can chuck these back in. Go and make these last 2, and those are done. And we have everything to build the atmospheric purifier, and that I will put it over here. So, screen. Plastics. We need microplastics. We need this stuff, so we can do 1 of those. And what else did we need? A mushroom. And now we can build the screen. And I'll just put it on top of this box for now. Wow, the screen took power. So I'll quickly grab a piece of iron and go and shove another wind turbine down over here. And let's go and see what we've got. So global planet purification is already at 7%. We've got 11 toxic elements out of 144. 1 toxic area out of 4 cleaned. Oh, I see. Yeah, of course. So our energy production is low because of the toxicity. And as the toxicity improves, so our power supply will improve. And now we need to get to 2.5 kPu to unlock the T2 glue cleaner. And we are quickly getting there. So there's a whole other thing going on here. Let's see, what have we got here? Tungsten rod. Oh, tungsten. We have a new resource. And we have a purification rocket. We have a plastic rod. And the T4 atmospheric purifier. Very cool. Yeah, already things are starting to look a little bit brighter, but now we have to find ice. Is that even possible? Well, that looks like a cold area up there. So let me grab a bit of water and some space food. Ah, there we go. We've unlocked that Goo Cleaner Mark II, which needs more stuff that I don't really have at the... Well, I could probably get it together, but I want to do some exploring. And I'll take oxygen capsule or 2 with me as well. Just filled up my storage. I can empty a couple of things out. Right, let's head up that way. There's snow there, so maybe that's where we'll find a bit of ice. And with any luck, a little bit of iridium. Right, so we have a chest, and the chest has not much in it. I'll take that, and this looks like it's supposed to be a cold area, but I'm not seeing any ice on the ground. Yeah, maybe I should be looking for a cave. Alright, getting colder over here, but still no ice, and I need to consume a bit of oxygen. There's more facilities around here. Okay, I reckon these facilities... We have a look at the map because we don't have the map yet. Yeah, I think we're going to have to explore these facilities to be able to get what we need. But I'm going to head back. There's no ice on the ground on this side. And we'll grab some of these mushrooms on the way back. And we have unlocked the T2 oxygen tank now, so we could sort that out a little bit more. We can travel a bit further. I took myself right to the edge. Right, let's see. What do we need for that? Silicon, cobalt, titanium, and 2 magnesium. Got the 2 magnesium, silicon, cobalt, 1 titanium. There we go. I'm going to have to drink there. And it looks like we're having a storm. So terraformation is up to 79 Ti. It's a little start, but you know, it's a start. There's our T2 oxygen tank. And we're now up to 200. And I'm thinking, you know, the most obvious places over there. Let me just make sure that I'm topped up. I'm going to head over that way and see if we can get into that building, or if maybe we can find some chests along the way with decent goods in them. I don't think there was anything in here. Yeah, nothing that I can use. I'll pick up some stuff to build a base while I'm on my way over there. Then I can carry a base with me. I forgot I could do that. It might be a little bit difficult up at the top, but it looks like I'm finding some more of the nasty stuff over here. Toxic spores. Ooh, can I get over? I can. All right, let's see if we can build up here. Oh, that's a toxic zone. I'm in a toxic zone. So this is a place we need to clean up. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. So if I built myself a little base right around here, and I need one more iron, pop a door in, and oxygen sorted, and food sort of sorted. Let's head down here and see what we can do. So we've got a filter, but it doesn't seem to be helping a lot. And there's lots of goo here. So there's 50 that need to be cleaned up in this area. And as you can see, it's going, as I remove bits, it kind of affects us less. So it was at minus 0.7. At some point, I think that's going to drop to minus 0.6. I'll try one more and see if I can get out of here safely. Ah, what the heck. We're here. You know, if we die, we die. All right. I've cleaned up a bit. It hasn't gone down. But I'm going to start taking damage very, very soon. And damage is something I can't afford to have right now. But I'm out. I'm not out. Now I'm out. And I'm going to use the last of my food. Top that up. Right, so there's areas to clean. We need to clean that area to be able to get into that building. So that's fun. And there's a lot to clean in that area. And I think maybe some of it's at the top. Let's go and have a look. Maybe that's the case. So straight into the toxic area. And this is a very big toxic area. Wow. Right, what do we got here? Nope, that's not stuff. That's a long way in. I'm not going to be able to do much. So let's get some stuff cleaned up. Yep, it's good. I wonder if there's anything in those storage boxes. That would be awesome. We got some here. Yeah, there's the minus 0.6, so it's slowing down. Nothing in the storage boxes that I can access. I'm going to take one more before I run. Yeah, I can't do anything with these boxes. Let's get out of here quickly. I think I was a bit too slow. I'm going to do myself in there. Oxygen is also a problem, but I think we will make it back safely. There we go. Place is looking better already. Not quite as green as it was. Yeah, let me run back up to the top and go and clean some more. I really need to find food super quickly. Food and water. We'll have to see how that goes. Maybe we can get into a building. Inventory's full, you joke. Let's drop the titanium. Okay, that's clean. There's a building we can get into. There's a box. What does it have? Got a blueprint microchip. I can't say that I'm terribly excited about that at the moment, but it does have food, so I'll grab that and consume. There is another box over here. That's what I was looking for. That. No ice. Oh, but there's water, and I can drink water. Right, let's get out of here. I'm cutting it fine again on the oxygen. And I think I might have cut it a little bit too fine. Yep, I'm going to have... This is a bad place to stop, but I need the oxygen. And in the meantime, my health is just dropping dramatically. Oh, man. That's challenging. Well, I'm going to head back, because I think I have enough to build our first heater. Right. I need a silicon. Do I have one in the box? I have one, but I have lots of other stuff as well. So let's offload a bit. Actually, that goo can immediately go straight in here. Keep that out of the storage. Right, silicon and one T1 heater. Put it over here. Power's down, as I kind of thought it might be. So a couple more wind turbines, one there, and we are back up. And terraformation has increased, I think. We're going to need to get the terraformation screen. So iron, cobalt, and silicon. And the terraformation screen, I suppose, can go right here. There we go. So we've got heat happening, we've got pressure happening. Blueprint screen. Oh man, do I have any food left? I don't. I'm in big trouble. Not sure. I'm gonna end up dying. Well, look, this is dev branch, so maybe that will get sorted out and there'll be a quicker way to get to food, but I can't make a veggie tube, and I wouldn't be able to make planters either because there's no ice, but I can make screens. So the blueprint screen, let's find out of the way places to put these. And I have a blueprint, so I'll decode that. And that's agility boots, and I can run faster. Awesome. It doesn't help me if I've got nowhere to put them. And then the energy levels screen, we'll just shove it down over here. And it shows us that we don't have much production available. So let's have a look at what we're going to be unlocking soon. 300 TTI, backpack T2. All right, that's good. And then heat. T2 veggie tube. I'm going to have to find the ice. And I can't imagine it's going to be terribly far away. But I think what I'll do is I will grab some resources and I'll head in another direction where there may not be that much toxicity, but that there might be some ice. Problem is, I'm going to die from a lack of food very soon. There's the backpack tier 2. That's probably a good thing to get before I head out. Let's just check this box and make sure there wasn't food in here. No, there wasn't. But there was fabric. And I do need those. I don't need that much titanium. Let's put up a box with a door. Oh, I do need another iron. Bummer. Here comes the death. So if I go in here, then hopefully I respawn in here. I do. Okay. And my chest is with me. But at least I have some food on me now. So I think I might, I don't know, kind of head in that direction maybe. So we'll take that down and we're going to take it with us. Now I have made a mistake because I'm carrying stuff that I shouldn't be carrying. Alright, wait, I'm going to pop back and go get that T2 backpack and offload some stuff. While I'm about it, if I have this, is this filled up? Oh, it is. Yeah, I should get those queued up as well because I feel like I'm going to need them. Let's see, what do we need for the backpack T2? We have everything done. And it automatically equips it, and we automatically have more space. So I just need to pick up 1 titanium and 1 iron on the way to wherever it is that we're going. Alright, I found another small toxic area. Maybe it's better to take on the small ones first. There might be a chest in there somewhere. Anyway, we're heading up this way because I saw some buildings over on this side. And that is also inside a toxic zone. Yep. So let's see how far away we need to be. Damn. This is also a very big one. 31 places that need to be cleaned. Right, I'm going to get out of here. And it's a very, very large toxic zone. I think this is actually included in that. Alright, well, that's fine. I'm just going to go and do some exploring. Maybe I'll find some chests with food and water. And every now and then, put down a box, top up my oxygen, make sure that if I do die, I respawn in here. Alright, it looks like we're kind of surrounded by the toxic areas. I'm not seeing too many chests. There's one up here. I think we could get in there and grab that, see what's in there. Oh, there's some food. Nice. I'm not going to eat it. But there's a lerma seed. I'll grab that. I should be grabbing a lot of this stuff. But this is like a dark area. It's in a shadow. Is there a toxicity here? There's no toxicity here. It might be a bug, but I can clean this area out. Oh, hydration critical. Am I needing to put a box up? Yep, probably. In the meantime, I'll carry on doing this. Yeah, because it's not recording me inside a toxic zone, it's not telling me how many of these things I need to clean up to clean this place. But that's fine. We'll just go around. Oh, it is clean. That was it. So whatever that was, it is done. And see if we can find some chests or anything around here. Wow, no, nothing. And we can't do anything with these. No. Right, so I'm about to die of a lack of water. So let's just hop in here and let everything top up when I pass on, and I'll be back. And I can just grab everything out of the box. Right, ideally I should be playing this in creative if I'm going to be doing a little run around. Looks like there's more goo down here. Yeah, if I'm going to be doing a run around in dev branch. Okay, oh, this is part of that big area. Right. Well, I don't know what happened there, but that's clean. So are we still in a... No, we're still in a toxic zone. It just made that little, like that little shockwave type thing that went out. Well, daytime is here. I'm about to die of hunger. That's fine because I will be reborn with less hunger and more hydration. I'm not too concerned, but I really would like to get up to that area. There's bridges across the way, so there's ways to get into whatever's there, and that may end up going to a cave, possibly. And if that whole bridge is not toxic, then maybe it's worth taking a shot. Okay, right, I'm back. I need to drop off a couple of things, so I'll just drop those off, and I'll come... that's limited, isn't it? I'm going to try and head up to there. Maybe we'll find a cave that has some ice. Now, I don't know how long we're going to last like this. Right, we've got a nice little base over here. We've got goo that we need to clean up, and not that bridge. I want to go across this one. Oh, there's a little monorail car. All right, let's go this way and see where this leads us. And hopefully it gets us out of the toxic zone. Yep, okay, we're out of the toxic zone. But maybe this is not finished and this goes nowhere. I don't know. There's a cave, and it leads nowhere. Yeah, this is all blocked off. Oh well. Oxygen level is critical. I'm going to see if I can shimmy down these cliffs without taking too much damage. Oh, I'm gonna die. No, I couldn't get that built in time. Oh, it just landed me on the ground. Fantastic. And all of my stuff is somewhere else that I can't reach, probably. Oh, and I'm immediately dying. Oh, no. I should have built that oxygen thing. Anyway, when you die, if you're in a toxic zone, it drops you out of it. I'm going to just keep dying. I'm in a loop. It keeps dropping me back in the same place. What do I have on me? Oh, gosh. I just can't. I'm in a death loop. Yeah, I don't have enough time before I die to pick anything up. I do have... No, water's not going to help me. I need the oxygen. And do I have oxygen? I don't. Wait, maybe I do. I can fix this. Surely. There's none in there. Where are my other boxes? Really? Okay, there's none in there. None in there. No. Where's the... Ah, I think I found my oxygen. Alright, make a quick run. Maybe I can still recover this. Because I think my oxygen is in this one. No, it's water. Oh gosh, I'm toast. Alright, well, guys, that is the end of that. So this is a very early first look at Toxicity. I'm gonna just keep on passing away, so there's no point in carrying on. I don't have enough time to get the resources to build a compartment, and I can't find my oxygen that I had, if I even had any. But if you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. What do you think of the new mechanics? I think they're pretty cool. I'm going to get myself back to this stage, and I'll do another episode, and we'll see how we can take it. I'll do a little bit of investigating, see if I can find the ice. It can't be that difficult. No, I'm probably just going to restart this one. Not too much of a choice, but at least we know how the beginning mechanics work. Very interesting. This game is scheduled to come out, or this DLC will come out on the 17th of November. Thank you very much for joining me. Until next time, cheers.